We are running from a hurricane. Oh yeah, huge.
Oh my goodness.
It's here yesterday.
What was there?
This. We're both having a wet t-shirt contest right now. I just wanted to come on here and be a little bit honest and vulnerable.
The hurricane is pretty much directly to the west of us at this point. As of right now, they're predicting a pretty bad hurricane in the Gulf coming up through. It is not yet a hurricane, but they say it's going to move like super fast. So I just don't want to risk it. We have the ability to get a slip south of here down in the Marco Island area, which is going to be much safer for us than being here in the Tampa Bay area. So I made the decision as the captain that we're going to head south. Taking in all considerations as far as any type of mechanical issues or whatever, making sure that we could stay out of harm's way, and I believe it to be the best thing to do. So we're going to pull out of our slip here in about a half hour. We're going to head south to Marco Island and dock up. Well, we may not get there tonight. We'll find out. It depends on how the weather is offshore, but it looks pretty good. So we should be able to just send it down there and get down there in 5 or 6 hours straight shot. So we'll be videoing along the way, kind of letting you know where the weather is and where the weather's coming in, but I just find it to be the wisest thing to try to move the boat. There's a lot of people hunkering down here, and the marina that we're in is a really good hurricane hole. It really is. But at the end of the day, I mean, you get too much surge, and it can cause all kinds of issues, including winds and flooding. And it's just better safe than sorry for us. We are more confident. I am more confident in the fact that if I take the intercoastal down and get to the south side of Florida, based on all of the models, there's not one model that shows that thing turning inland south of Tampa that will be safer. So that's what we're going to do. So just figured I'd give you a heads up. Lindsay's go off to get a few more provisions, and then we are out of here. So keep you up to date along the way. Yeah, we are leaving at 1:11 to head to Marco Island. Sorry, one of our boat neighbors was just saying goodbye. And yeah, I mean, if I push it up to 24, 25 knots, which is about as fast as this will go comfortably, then we're 6 hours. The goal would be to get into the Marco Inlet before dark, because it's a tricky inlet, and I don't really want to do it after dark. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep you guys updated along the way.
Well, this is quite the eventful time for us. Actually really stressful and pretty nerve-wracking. So we just packed up, got a whole bunch of groceries. I did see some people in the grocery store that were like in total panic mode, like buying millions of rolls of toilet paper and a whole bunch of water and stuff. So your standard, like people that probably are gonna make everybody else look stupid, but look stupid right now. Anyway, we just left the marina, so we are headed south. So we'll keep you guys posted on how it goes. I've got a bunch of lines that I've gotta tie up before we get on plane, so I'm not gonna chat for too long, but we will let you guys know. We'll put some updated weather models too, so you guys can see like what we're looking at, what we're dealing with, and yeah. All right, wish us luck. Bye.
All right, this is not fast enough. We cannot be there 2 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna have to kick this up a notch.
So as of now, the Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg area is projected to get a storm surge of 6 to 9 feet, which is potentially very devastating for this area. Where we're headed, Marco Island, is projected to get 1 to 3 feet storm surge. So that's why we've chosen that area. We also got really lucky getting a slip there. So thank you to that marina for accommodating us. I know that that was not easy, and they're not taking transient slips or transient boats right now. So we are just leaving, and I have to say I'm looking at all these houses that we're passing alongside of us and wondering if they're going to get damage or not, because they are so close to the water. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this with this camera. Probably not, but we can add some other footage in later. But a lot of these seawalls are only, I would say, 4 to 5 feet right now, where the tide is at, from water just flowing into their yard, then flowing into their house. So I'm praying that these models are wrong and everybody makes it unscathed. But that's where we're at.
Arrival time of 7 p.m., which is good because I want to get into the Marco Inlet before dark, so hopefully that maintains true. Not bad out here right now. We only have about probably a 2-foot swell, so that's not bad. It's not super comfortable, but it's not bad at all. We'll get strapped in and hope the storm doesn't take a right turn. All right, we're gonna go do a quick engine room check. Only got a couple hours to go, but just want to make sure everything's good. Put my headphones on. Headphones. These aren't headphones. Really pretty out.
Yeah, it is. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think that there's going to be a pretty gnarly hurricane in a day and a half.
I was just looking at the shoreline thinking about that, like, it's about to get hit.
Yeah, I mean, down here it's not going to be bad. It should be bad down here. But up north, you know, we're really thinking about those people up north and hope everything's good. Honestly, like, you know, my mom and dad have a house that's in St. Petersburg, so hopefully, honestly, where we just left, we're just really hoping that we left for no reason. It's just the reality of the fact is we just really hope we left for nothing. But better safe than sorry. That's what we decided finally to do. We only have a couple hours left, so that's nice. Well, actually, probably like an hour and a half. Hopefully the inlet is okay. I checked the tides. The tides are decently high, going in like 1.5 feet. But a captain buddy of ours said that this inlet is really tricky, so I'm a little nervous just because I've never been in here. And the sun should be just setting, so it's going to be, you know, not easy to see anything that's in the water or what's going on, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Navigated sketchier. Very excited to be going slow again, I can tell you that. All right, guys, we almost made it. We can't say we made it, we almost made it. You probably can't see this behind me, but there's Marco right in the distance. Lindsay is reading her book. So we're going to navigate this inlet. The captain that we know on the dock gave us some advice that said, you know, you got to be really careful because there's several different channels that go in the inlet, and if you take the wrong one, you're going to run aground because one's for littler boats. So thankfully we've got a little bit of light left, so we should be able to get in here without being in the dark, which was one of the things I was worried about. Anyway, pretty excited to back this thing down. I really dislike going full send for this long. Turns out I might be a trawler owner. Maybe. Well, we made it into the Marco Island Marina. It's right next to the Marco Island Yacht Club. Just in time, sunset is just happening now. We just got the last little bit of light. Can't really tell how dark it is because this lens actually makes it look a little brighter. Yeah. But almost unscathed. When we pulled off power to come into the inlet, we got a transmission error on the boat. Yeah.
But we don't know, it could be a sensor, right? We don't know for sure.
Yeah, I've never heard of those sensors going bad, but who knows?
This might be the one.
But that's another story for another day. We are here. It is time to cook some dinner. I'm starving. I'm sure Lindsay is starving. Because we've been running all day, so it's really hard to cook because you're on plane and kind of beaten through the waves, even though the weather was really nice for us. So we got it all strapped down. We haven't double lined it. We'll do that tomorrow because weather's not coming in until, really bad weather's not coming in until the end of the day tomorrow or Thursday. So yeah, we'll double tie it tomorrow and get it all set up. But we're in here. Yeah, we're in here. It's really beautiful here. It's a lot of really cool boats here. Maybe we'll walk around tomorrow and show you guys some of them. No idea how we're getting home, but we're here. Okay, we're gonna cook some dinner. Good morning, everybody. It is 6:30-ish. It is Wednesday morning. Obviously, the weather is still calm. We have a storm rolling in today at some point. I think we're going to start seeing some rain around midday. I just got my coffee. I'm about to go out on the bow pad and just do a quick meditation. I just wanted to come on here and be a little bit honest and vulnerable about the fact that by the time this video is edited and there's going to be music and all the things, it might look like this is just a fun, little trip for us. And while it is always wonderful to be on the water, it's always wonderful to be on the boat, this is a really hard time for us. We're really putting a lot of effort into staying positive right now. And it's not just the hurricane. Not just the hurricane. Being worried about what's going to happen with the hurricane is a whole thing. I originally am from the Midwest, so I don't have a lot of experiences with hurricanes. This is definitely a new thing for me. I lived on the West Coast, so I've got earthquakes, I've got fires, I've got tornadoes, but not hurricanes. So, to be honest, I don't really know what to expect. We were kind of around a little bit last year for one, but I didn't experience very much of it, just a little bit of rain. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm just praying for everybody that's in its path. I just hope that this isn't devastating for everybody. I hope that it's all hype and we did this for nothing, but we really don't know at this point. So there's that. Obviously, getting the alarm yesterday as we were coming off plane and pulling in, not fun at all. Yeah, we've just been taking a lot of hits lately, and that one it's kind of like, you guys know what it's like. When it rains, it pours, and we're just really trying to stay positive with all of it. With that being said, I just wanted to come on here and real talk, a little Lindsay segment of real talk at 6:30 in the morning, because it was just on my heart this morning. So I'm gonna go on the bow. Hopefully the mosquitoes aren't bad because it's still dark out. If they start biting me, I'm gonna get real pissed.
But I'm going to go on the bow and just have a few minutes of meditation. I've been really trying to prioritize meditating, especially in the mornings, to start my day on the right foot and make sure that I have just a whole bunch of positivity like solidified in my mind before the sun comes up and life starts getting thrown at us. So it definitely seems to help, and I'll keep you guys posted on how it goes, I'm sure. Cheers! I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. And yeah, wish us luck. It's about to get a little bit western, so yep. Bye.
Beautiful morning. I do not believe that tomorrow morning is going to be like this. But Lindsay's going for a walk, and I've already started messing with the drive, checking the fluids and stuff. The issue is that supposedly it's got a water intrusion. I checked the fluid wasn't over full, so it's not like water when it's gushing in there or anything, and the viscosity is still really good. I'm going to put some fluid on top of it, call a couple of friends that I know, and see what we feel like about whether it's safe to run it back home and have it serviced there, or whether I need to try to have it serviced down here in either Marco or Fort Myers. So, okay. That's what I'm doing now, so I guess I'll take you with me if you would like. Alright, this is the drive. So we're gonna go right in here. Alright, now we'll check it. Good. Not bad before we even had coffee, huh? Speaking of coffee, that sounds really good. All right. Coffee is brewing. Next order of business, because we got in here so late, is rinse the boat off. Well, we'll probably just rinse the back off since it's definitely gonna rain. Because there's a hurricane on its way. I'm going to untangle this. You don't want to watch this. All right, so we're just at the marina here. We're going to check in the morning. It's 8 is when they open. And then we're going to try to go get some fuel somewhere locally, because this marina doesn't have fuel. So that the boat's full of fuel. Huh?
Tackling fuel.
Tackling fuel. Not tackling fuel. Driving fuel. Morning. This is a nice little marina. Hopefully it keeps us safe. So we're gonna go check in, and then we're gonna go get fuel. We'll take you guys with us. Going to get fuel. So we're over here at Rose Marina getting fuel. They have fuel where the Marco Island Marina does not have fuel. So they're putting, it looks like they have a boathouse here, like a boat, like a storage, a dry stack. There you go. That I think, I mean, it looks like it's hurricane rated, like this big block building. So they're putting everything in that building. They said that the storm surge during Ian got up to the middle of this shack right over here. Which I'll show you. Basically that shack right there. I'm gonna hope that that's worst case scenario and it's gonna be better than that. That would be like 6 to 8 feet. I'm really hoping for 2 to 4 down here, which is the reason we came down here. The marina we're staying at, the pylons look like we have about 6-7 feet before it gets real bad. But I mean, the scenario is that if it gets real bad and it's about to break off the pylons, then we just drop the lines and drive out into the wild blue yonder, because the surge should be post-storm. The beginning of the storm should pull the water out, and then after the storm kind of comes by, it should push the water back in. That's the theory anyway. I am not a meteorologist, nor am I a scientist, but that's what I'm told. So, to be honest with you, I'm a little stressed out. I don't like this. I don't like this feeling. Just a little stressed out. And I've got a lot going on at my work right now, which I'm away from, and that is even an additional stressor. Anyway, it's okay. I got up early this morning, took a really nice walk, exercised a little bit, got my mind right. You gotta just keep your mental state in check. Mental health is such an important thing, and mindset is such a powerful thing. So we're gonna keep that mindset in check. And I just realized as I'm talking to you that I've got Lindsay still in my earpiece and she can hear all of this. So I'm really glad that I didn't say anything mean about her. Not that I ever would, but she's definitely listening to me right now because she's on my headphone. She just said, I can hear you. She totally sneaky just listened to that whole thing. Creeper. All right. Coffee. It's good. All right, tied up. Okay, so we need lines that are stopping the boat from going out of the slip and lines that are stopping the boat from coming into the slip. The wind is coming from the south, so that is that direction. So we definitely want multiple lines stopping it from going into the slip. Now, the front of the boat is into the wind, which is good because obviously that's less of a sail because the wind will go around the bow of the boat. That is what I know so far, and I'm tired and hungry, and I haven't eaten anything yet today, but I feel accomplished. So it's time to go get a little bit of actual work done and have some food. So I think we're prepared, and I've got extra lines, 2 extra long lines, 1 or 2 50-footers, just in case something goes awry. I wanted to leave them loose so that I had something like a spare.
Well, it's here.
Yeah, we definitely are getting some gusts now. Winds are coming in. It just started raining, and it's not sprinkling. Yeah.
8:00 p.m. Wednesday. We thought it was going to be like around mid-afternoon today, but it's been nothing all day. It got a little bit breezy probably around like 6 o'clock, but it hasn't rained, and now we just got done eating dinner and we're seeing some lightning out of front of the boat and she breezy.
Yeah.
And lots of rain.
Yeah. So I'm sure I'll be getting soaking wet tonight several times, going out and checking lines and making sure that everything's not slipping and so on and so forth, but I feel pretty good about it.
I don't think we're going to sleep that well tonight.
Probably not going to be a great night's sleep. All right, so we got a little bit of a lull, so I'm going to go check the lines really quick. See, make sure everything's still good. Let me tighten that. Oof, lightning. Definitely everything loosened up after that first run. And I think I'll leave it sit for now. Just gonna tighten one. Looks good. Okay. You guys hear me talking to myself? Trying to make sure I got everything covered.
Need a towel?
All right, so Thursday morning, today is the day that the storm is going to pass by us off the coast here. It got a little rowdy last night, rained a decent amount. Right now it kind of comes in waves. Like right now it's not horribly windy. Hopefully the windsock is doing a decent enough job where you can hear me, but it just kind of comes in waves where it's really, really windy and then we get a little rain and then it kind of calms down. So the water has definitely come up. Where was this yesterday?
It's here. Yesterday. This.
Oh, so it's up 2.5 feet.
Yeah, that was yesterday at noon. 12:06.
So yeah, hopefully the surge doesn't get too much worse, but I think it's going to. We're safe though. So far, it's just like a Florida storm. Feels just like a Florida storm so far. I think it's going to get a little bit rowdier, but I think we're going to be safe. I did just read this morning that the storm took a little tiny bit of an eastern bump, which it's hard this early in something when it's kind of coming through to like really focus on the little bumps left and right, because there's no telling, you know, how many more of them there are going to be. But as of right now, it shows that it went a little bit more into the Big Bend area than into the Panhandle. But this thing is so huge that it's going to have effects like far and wide.
We'll see.
Yeah. So Lindsay is more nervous than I am, but she also like is feeling the tug on her heart for the people that this is going to affect, not just us. Where I'm like so focused on our safety and making sure that she's safe that my mind doesn't really go there. I mean, don't get me wrong, my heart goes out to people, but I don't focus on it because I'm just worried about making sure that we're safe. But Lindsay...
Well, I'm just worried for humanity over here.
she gets pretty weighted about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's scary. I'm worried about the animals, I'm worried about people, I'm worried about people getting stuck, people getting electrocuted. I don't know. I've got all kinds of shit going on.
Yeah, well, I mean, I try to tell her that, you know, don't spend time having anxiety over something that you can't control, because you can't control it. The only thing you can do is say a prayer, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because you can't control it. Every bit of energy that you expel, worrying about something you can't control, it doesn't help. So you just say, okay, what can I do? I can say a prayer. I can send good energy. Letting yourself get weighted down is like, it's almost like it smothers your positive energy to be able to send.
It definitely does, yeah.
You know?
It's really hard.
Yeah. Okay, that's our morning update. It's supposed to get a little bit more crazy throughout the day. Right now, the skies are kind of clearing up, and we're in the middle of two of the bands.
Yeah, so we got blue skies over here. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, this side have blue skies, and this morning it was just absolutely...
It was like ominous.
Yeah, it was crazy this morning. So it was pouring down rain, and the boat was moving all over the place. I had to start the boat and run one of the engines to push the boat further forward in the slip and retie the lines, because they had loosened up over the night. And then I'm kind of tidying and taking care of the boats next to us, just because, you know, if I was here, somebody else was here and my boat was here, I would want somebody to do that for me as well. So, okay, well, all right, we're gonna go for a little walk on the dock here. Check things out. It's actually way brighter out here than I thought it was gonna be. The tide has come down, so it's not as high on the wall. I have no idea when the highest surge is going to be in. I just don't know. I haven't found a map for that yet. This Hatteras is like super, super heavy. I actually did tighten lines a little bit on that. Shh, don't tell anyone. If I was here and it was my boat, I would want somebody to do it for me, as long as that person knew what they were doing. I know what I'm doing, so. Like if there's any boats that are actually rubbing against, like ruining the gel coat or something like that, then I would just adjust them for them. Because, like I said, I would want somebody to do it for me. But none of these boats are actually hitting anywhere. Yeah, see? Tighten this guy's nose line. All right, we have a very small situation, but yet a situation. Across from us, there's I believe it's a sea race at Anbridge, and they've got a windshield cover on. It's literally holding on by one seat. And I hate when people climb on my boat to do stuff. Well, that windshield cover, I bet you, is not super easy to get remade. So, and I know that if I don't grab it, it's going to end up in the ocean. So, for the sake of the sea life, because all that needs to happen is get wrapped around a turtle or something, and this guy not having to buy a new windshield cover, I'm just going to pop it off and then throw it in the back of his boat. It's such a catch-22 because, you know, like, as a boat owner, I hate when people get on my boat and, like, do something to it because they think it would be best. I'm like, what are you doing on my boat? At the same time, like, he's not here. So I'm just going to do it. I just feel like it's the best thing to do.
So there's a boat right across from us here, this Sea Ray. I think it's a Sea Ray. That's got its windshield cover like one snap from falling off. So stuff like that just really sucks to replace. And not to mention that it would just fall right in the water and litter up the water. So good thing to just grab that stuff. But he's got it. All good.
Okay, we got it done. There. Even this is starting to rip apart, but that's not going to go anywhere. I never know whether I should do stuff. But we saved a turtle or a dolphin or something. Get wrapped up. Because that thing had one snap left. I feel good about that. Back to editing. Okay. Task number 2 for the day. Saw a big plastic bag go in the water. I'm gonna try to go get it. Nobody likes plastic in the ocean. Get this way. Okay, got that. It's heavy, it's got a bunch of water. Okay, we got it. So now what am I going to do with it? Let's figure it out. Hey babe, if I were you, I probably wouldn't be out here with my AirPods. Bet you that thing blows out of there.
I forgot it was in there.
What if a fish eats your AirPod? Wouldn't you feel bad?
I feel bad for my AirPod.
You think the fish would just poop the AirPod out?
I think it would spit it out.
You think it would spit it out? Okay. I don't know about that. All right, well, Good Samaritan duty number 2 completed.
Hey everybody, little mini update. We're sitting pretty good here. Like so far, I mean, obviously it's been really windy. But I'm so happy that we made the choice to come down here. Tampa and Sarasota, St. Petersburg is really starting to feel it right now, and my heart just goes out to them. I mean, we just got a picture of the marina and the water starting to come over the seawall a little bit, and Nathan's parents' house is pretty threatened right now. I think they probably have a few more feet before they start getting water in the house. So we'll just pray that the surge has mercy. Yeah. There's just a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, and I know that I can't even imagine what people are going through right now or what they're going to be going through in the next few days. It's just really scary. I'm watching the water come up a little bit because the tide is coming in. So I'm seeing, like, I don't know if you guys can see that seawall over there. It's a little bit higher than it was this morning. Actually, I would probably say almost a foot higher than it was this morning. And the tide is much lower than it was this morning. So that's not a good sign because the tide's coming back in.
Okay. Thursday evening update. So I would say we're probably 55 knot gusts right now, 30 knots sustained, and we got the windsock on the camera, so hopefully it doesn't get too windy, but also kind of give you guys an idea, you know, what it feels like out here. So you can see the trees behind us, you can see the trees over there. Woo! Just lost my hat. Yep, that's a pretty big gust. But we're safe. We are communicating with the people back at our marina in Tampa, also with my parents. My parents have they live in like a retirement community, which is like a mobile home park on the water, and the water's already come over their seawall, which is not great because it's actually low tide there right now. And that means they've got another 2 feet of tide and any surge that would come in. So there's a possibility they're going to get some water in their house. I hope that's not the case, but and then the worry at the marina, the water is already over the seawall, but the boats across from like our row of friends, they're on lifts, and the water's like this far from the bottom of their lifts, and then we've got 2 feet of surge left. So if their boats come off the lift and come across, it's not going to be a good day.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's all safe as well. I hope that it just gets up to the bottom of the boats and it stops, but I don't know. We're watching it. So
one thing that I've been really observing with this, experiencing this storm, is that hurricanes are so interesting because you know about them for like a week. You're ruminating on this thing that's coming for days. You don't know, there's all these questions, you don't know where it's going to go, you don't know how big it's going to be, you don't know if you should take a risk. It's like you're emotionally so invested in this storm for so many days. It's very draining, where, you know, other storms like a tornado or an earthquake, like a fire, they pop up and you have to deal with it.
right.
And that, I mean, awful as well. And it's wonderful that you can at least prepare for this, but I will say that like just sitting around and waiting for this thing to hit is weird. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah, and then you're like sitting and you're watching it. Like, is it going to zig? Is it going to zag? Which direction is it going to go? And they just don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. So, okay, well, that's that. We just wanted to give you an update. We've been kind of cooped up inside the boat most of the day, so figured we'd give you an update. That was a pretty big one. All right, so they just came over the radio here at the marina. Said that the water's crested the seawall. I guess we have about 10 inches left before water gets to the power plant. That's the wall there. Water's over top of it. That was a good 4 feet down when we got here, at least. Still getting some pretty serious winds. I would say these gusts are all 50 miles an hour. Not push you over. Everything seems to be riding okay. The water's still going up in Tampa. I just talked to a couple of people up there, a couple of friends. Yeah, my mom and dad's place, the water is about, I'd say probably a foot from being actually in their house. We're just going to pray that it goes back down. Send good energy. So, all right. Figure I'd just take you guys on my little update. That's all I got. Do you have anything to say?
Or anything to say?
Yeah. You want to say anything to the people?
It's breezy. It's windy out here.
I already told you that.
Did you talk to him about the seawall sitch?
Yep. I already talked to him about the seawall.
Yeah, hopefully this is as bad as it gets.
I already said that too.
I'm running out of stuff.
What is actually happening right now is getting confirmation of the fact that I did a wonderful update. So, all right. We'll update you a little bit.
It's crazy.
Crazy out here.
Yeah. Yep. Crazy to think that it's so far past us.
Yeah, how far away it is. In the tail end of it.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just taking another little walk, seeing if it got any worse. I'd take you with me. Yeah, definitely came up further. Definitely up another couple inches. That's why. Much better. Much better. Just tighten that one line. It's a really nice palm beach, so it was close to kind of touching the front. I don't think it would have, but that'll stop it 100%. Kind of the key is you don't adjust something, you know, like if somebody has something the way that they want it, you don't adjust it. But if you're just tightening something that's kind of come loose, then I think that is the etiquette. Just tighten something that's come loose, but don't adjust the way the band's tied as well. So I'm just adjusting for them. Or not adjusting. No, I'm not adjusting. I'm just tightening. All right, I'm going to check our boat and head back inside. All right. Good morning. Good morning. We are safe. Up and at 'em. We got power back here. I think about 1 o'clock in the morning. Sorry, I just woke up. Yeah, the water went down about 1 o'clock in the morning. We got power back. Everything looks to be pretty normal here. The wind's died down obviously a ton. It's barely blowing. Probably 15, 20 knots. Back home in Tampa, however, not the same, not the case. I haven't gotten full reports yet. Messages have been coming in a little bit here and there. There was some floater boats in the marina that we keep our boat in. So I'm not sure if any of them bounced off any friends' boats or anything like that. Also, my parents' house, we don't know yet, but the water was kind of up to almost to their house with a couple of feet, if not 3 feet of surge left. So my assumption is that their house got water in it there in New York. So, man, I wish I could get back there fast, but I just can't. Just checking everything. Probably going to have a friend go look. And then their cars, I don't know, probably their cars are totaled, I would imagine. I heard that there was cars floating down Madeira and Indian Rocks Beach. So, and that's, you know, the area that they're kind of in. Everything at the business is okay, safe and dry. All the employees are safe. But not a super pretty situation at all. The thing was almost a category 1 all the way to Atlanta, which is absolutely insane, unprecedented. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to try to leave here to get back up there to help. But there's 10-foot seas off of Marco right now. So I don't know if we're going to be able to leave today safely. We might have to wait until morning. And it's a solid 12-hour trip for us, so I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I have to have a coffee and think about whether I want to leave midday and then make it halfway and anchor or what I want to do. But anyway, we're safe. There's a little update. We don't have all full data on what's going on in Tampa with all this stuff, but we're safe. So, get on with our day. See where we can help. Maybe we can help around here some. Go help some locals or something. Make ourselves useful. I feel very useless right now. I feel pent up, like I'm just sitting here. I need to do something and help somebody and fix something. Yeah. Very restless feeling. Very restless feeling. Very helpless type of feeling. Lots of anxiety. Anyway, okay. That's that for now. Coffee time.
Hey everybody. It's Friday afternoon. Probably about
3:30ish, I would say. I haven't checked the clock in a little while. Well, we made it. We made it pretty unscathed. We made it with nothing but some property damage in the family. I have to say I woke up pretty thankful this morning. This has been a really hard week. It's just knowing that this thing is coming for all the days that we did and just wondering what's going to happen. I mean, it's a bizarre experience, especially if you're new to hurricanes like I am. You know, I don't know what to expect. Like, how seriously do we take these predictions? How do we not? We had so many people saying this one was unprecedented and moving way faster than others. There were just so many factors that were, in my mind, flagging this as something to really take seriously. But at the same time, you don't want to be the person that just like overreacts and makes this big scene, you know, like getting a bunch of attention for nothing, or I don't know, just being annoying. So I definitely didn't want to do that. But I also wanted to take it seriously. So I am really glad that we left our marina when we did. I think that we would have been fine if we would have stayed, but I think we would have been under even more stress, just wondering, just like counting down the minutes to that thing arriving. And I knew that if we were down here, we were still going to have some stress and anxiety, but it was just going to be much less. So I'm really glad that we did that. I know that there's a lot of flooding, a lot of damage, and a lot of people did not have a good night last night. So my heart just goes out to everybody that was affected by this. I'm so sorry. It's just it's really a hard thing to even comprehend the power of as it comes through. So I'm sorry. My heart hurts for everyone that was affected negatively. So I'm not chalking this up as a win. But as far as how we fared, it was pretty good. Nathan's parents had, I'm almost positive that there was water inside their house. We had somebody go over there this morning and go around the outside, and there was quite a bit of damage to the house. So we're assuming that they got water inside, but they have such a good attitude about it. They're just like, well, let's just clean up. So we got through Helene pretty good, but it was quite the experience. I don't think I'll ever forget this. I hope that I don't have to experience too many hurricanes like this. Unfortunately, with the nature of our lifestyle, we are pretty close to them, and pretty the likelihood is high. But it was pretty difficult on my nervous system. I'm really realizing, especially today, because I've just been exhausted all day, and I think that the emotion and almost like grieving for others has just really taken a toll on me. So I'm just trying to take it easy and get rested back up. I did a little bit of work today and then went and read for a little while, and then I fell asleep. So I kind of just woke up from a little nap, and I'm feeling pretty good. So I thought I would come on here and talk to you guys. So that's where we're at. It's been quite the experience, and it has been unforgettable. It's definitely tested our relationship in a lot of ways. I have personally been tested in a lot of ways, and I think that there's a lot that I'll be thinking about after this that will help me moving forward. Hey everybody, this is our after the storm update for you guys. So it has passed.
And now that we know everything that's happened.
Yes,
right?
we have all the updates from all the potential issues.
Yeah, so this morning I told you guys that I didn't really know exactly what happened to my parents' house, so on and so forth. My parents' house did get a decent amount of water in it. Their cars are probably totaled. There was water in both of their cars. So those are totaled. But as I said before, they're in New York, so they're safe.
Yeah.
Which is, very important.
Yeah.
The business and all the employees are good. All the employees' families are good. I said that this morning in the update there. Everything where we keep our boat at the marina is good, other than the fact that there was a couple of floating boats that were floating around the marina, the kids that came off of lifts. I don't think they did any damage other than to themselves. So
Yeah, I mean, it was just so lucky that the wind was blowing in the direction that it was, because it pretty much took them right down the center and took them right to the seawall.
Right.
And they actually ended up on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Right. We'll
Not
put
lucky.
the pictures in.
Not lucky for them, but lucky
No.
for everybody else in the marina.
Yeah. Exactly.
so-
Exactly. I mean, they could have done some serious damage with those type of winds.
Right,
But
with the
yeah.
props, they were outboard, so props hanging off the back.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want everybody to understand that we obviously know that what we're going through, like, we're just sharing updates about our lives.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a pity party. This is not like a situation where we're like, oh, we're going through a lot and we want you to feel, this is not like that at all.
No.
What we're going through right now is so minuscule compared to the losses that some of the other people in Florida.
Yeah, we're just sharing our experience. This is how it looked for us, and
Right.
and we're thankful.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I was watching some of the footage back, I'll just be honest with you guys, and I'm like, oh man, we kind of sound like we're whining. We're not. We're just explaining what we're going through, what we're thinking, and what's going on, and not making that any bigger than anything that anybody else is going through or suffering.
Right. Yeah. It's a hard thing to see such a storm like that hit a place where you just know that there's millions of people. It's
Right.
affecting millions of people. So, yeah, I'm sure that people from all across the world probably have been watching this storm and feeling the same things that we felt.
Yeah, tugs at heartstrings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say that because I didn't want anybody to think that we were poor pitiful us or anything like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
we are leaving tomorrow. We're going to go actually get off the boat because we've just been kind of in the boat, watching the boat and all the boats around us. So we're going to go to dinner.
Yep. Wash my hair.
Yeah.
Feel like a new person.
We're going to take, it's about a half hour walk and a half
Yeah.
hour walk back. It'd be good to get some fresh air. Plus, I'd like to see, what's going on around here at Marco Island. And then we're leaving first thing in the morning.
Yep.
We're going to take a really long run back because I want to try to go help at my parents' house. And then there's some other stuff around the marina that I want to help with as well. So I'm trying to get back so I have all day Sunday to do those type of tasks before I need to get back to the office on Monday morning. So we'll video the way back, show you along the way if we see anything interesting or something to note. This is going to be an extremely long episode, and I'm just going to tell you right now, like, I'm not going to cut it all up and make it super, super like fast and interesting. And I'm also not going to leave a bunch of stuff out. It's just going to be what it is. So it's going to be a long video.
Yep.
Hopefully you guys kind of, watch until the end. That'd be great. So, all right, that's it. We're going to take a little walk, go to dinner, and just wanted to give you the evening update from both of us. And we'll probably see you in the morning on the way out of here.
Yep.
All right.
Have a good night.
We decided to walk to dinner. We got to dinner. Everything was beautiful. We watched the sunset. Gorgeous. Started walking back. And, well, you can't tell. We got caught in a rainstorm.
We're both having a wet t-shirt contest right now.
Lindsay's like, this is so fun. I kind of like this. And I'm like over here kind of annoyed, to be honest with you. But anyway.
It's not every day you get to walk in the rain and just like act like a kid again, Like, who cares?
That's what we're doing. So it's like a 30-minute walk in the pouring down.
Oh my god.
All right, well, this is what we're doing.
We're like jumping over rivers. Oh man.
My socks are soaked.
Oh, you've got those little short shoes on.
All good. All right. If anybody asks, it was Lindsay's idea. Okay, well, we're back on the dock. We're going to say goodnight. We are leaving at first light tomorrow to go back in one day. We'll be going slow on the way back because of that drive issue. I haven't really updated you guys on that drive, but I did clear the alarm. It didn't come back. I checked the fluid. It's not full. There's no water substance on the cap or moisture or anything. So we're just going to go slow and see how it does on the way back. It's a recommendation on the screen to have it service. It's not like a stop running now situation. So and we're going to leave and go slow, which will be about a 12 to 13 hour run or so tomorrow. Gonna get some sleep.
Yeah. The rain stopped right when we got here.
Rain stopped right when we got here. So, all right, good night.
Hey everyone, thank you again for being here. The amount of support that we've gotten is amazing, so thank you so much. Hello to all the new subscribers. Thank you, this is awesome. Just happy to be able to share this with you guys. As we were editing this video, we saw that it was getting pretty long, so we decided to cut it off here, and our next video is gonna show our return trip home. So you guys will see what we saw, different effects from the storm, whether it was, you know, boats in people's yards or a lot of destroyed docks, things like that. So tune in for that next week, and we will see you right here on the 71%. Oh, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.